guys, so this is Under the Carpet with Kenny Wakene, Kenny not Kenny, Kenny Wakene and
Dagi Masinde here. Na basi leo kama kawa Under the Carpet tunaletea topic moja deadly sana, which is very normal especially to us Kenyans, and we are talking about parents and tribalism. So Kenny, what do you think about the topic of the day?
by the way, parents, you people have messed us up completely. And it's unfortunate because tribalism started with colonization, because it wasn't a thing back in the day. People would intermarry, yeah? And the reason why I'm saying it started with colonization is because Maasais used to marry Kikuyu women all the time.
Yeah.
Luyas would intermarry with Luos. And but I have to come to that because of a certain caveat.
Okay.
And Kambas with Kikuyus with Kambas. You know, basically you'd intermarry with the communities that were near you.
Yeah.
Meru, Embu, Kikuyus, Maasais and whatnot. But since colonization, and then now when the first government of Jomo Kenyatta and Jaramogi came, and then there was that tussle between the two communities, Luya and Kikuyu. Then now it became, you should not marry, for a Kikuyu lady, you should not marry a Luo man because of blah. You should not marry a Kikuyu lady or man because of blah. And it has really messed us up politically, and you find that people will go into these tribes because they want to rebel. And it's not the best thing to do, because I know for a fact that I have rebelled against my parents more than once. Essentially, we need to sit down and have this conversation because it is messing our political fields. I cannot come and introduce a Luya man. I think I'm in love with Luya men.
Oh, we are very lucky.
I cannot come and introduce a Luya man and then you say, Oshonemo Kafira. You know, that means one in Kabila, so do not bring that at Kabila, you know, with that. But it's not really an issue when it comes to Luyas as Luos, because Kikuyus and Luos. And funny enough, if there's the tribes that have intermarried are Kikuyus and Luyas, what happens if I've fallen in love with a Luo man? You know, what happens then? So I will not get married because, you know, and then Kikuyus have this thing of amekuachia Kerumi. Kerumi is a curse. You know, you should not marry from this tribe. And unfortunately, when this person dies, you have to go, and it's called an igogona. Like it's a ceremony to go and appease your ancestors, and by your ancestors, it's that person who said it. And the person that was named after this child has to be, after this parent or this person has to be there so that they receive it. Please, can we grade people according to who they are? And it's actually even in Kikuyus, because Gikuyu and Mombi had 10 daughters. I know it's said to be 9, but they're not 9. It's actually 10 daughters. And then there was the Ambura and Nyabura, and these people were the seers. They would look at a bird and it would fall down, because, you know, they were the seers. They would cast, they would bless, they were very powerful people. I think Nyabura was the third daughter. I need to confirm that. So people were told, do not marry from
certain tribe.
From the Nyaburas.
Okay.
No, the clan.
Certain clan, yeah.
Yes. And I come from Anjiro. Anjiro is the first daughter who are basically like, I don't want to say goddesses, but they are, you know, they are the anointed, And you'll be told, I know it hasn't happened for us as Anjiro in our family, but I know most Kikuyus were warned, do not marry from the Amburas, you know, do not marry from the Nyambura clan. And you see, with Nyamburas, they were blessers and cursers at the same time. They would bring rain. I mean, Ambura means rain. Yes. I don't know what it means in Luya, because I know Ambura is also a Luya name. But these are the things, like, you need to understand who a person is, who a clan is, for you to be able to tell them, you know what, do not marry from this specific clan, from this specific tribe, because of such and such a thing. So it's not really a clan, but it's the person and the family.
Yeah.
Because I understand curses are carried forward, and we need to be healing our generation, but do not heal in telling your child, do not do this, because that is also a curse on its own.
Yeah.
So personally, I am not for that. I need to understand why you're telling me not to, and because I have been rebellious in the past, I know for a fact that I'm going to go against what I'm being told to do. Yeah. So my thoughts.
Personally, what I feel is that kitu ya kwanza, wazazi hapo mmetuangusha sana. Metuangusha sana, because me, I don't think there's anything as tribalism or anything as tribalism that should be in this world in any case, because me I think tu ni tabia za mtu personally. Because from my personal point of view and experience, I've had this experience whereby unapata msee anataka kuwa dem kutoka Mount Kenya na ndio hapana, watu ni wezi. So they're like wame brand the whole community that ni wezi. And I go to Western End na kuna wezi, unapata jamaa amechomwa hapo, kuna jamaa anapigwa na ni mwizi. Na ulizo mtu anaitwa Kemani, hapana, huyu ni Wanyonyi. It doesn't make sense.
Alinyonya mali wenyewe.
Unaona sasa. So to me it doesn't make sense, because nilikuwa yani naona tu it's a personal point of view whereby ama it's a personal choice. Yenye mtu umeamua kuwa mwizi, wewe ni mwizi.
Yeah.
Umeamua kuwa mchawi, wenye wanasema Wakisii na Wakamba ni wachawi. Wewe ni mchawi, si ati Wakisii na Wakamba ni wachawi. Because ukitaka unaweza shun from that kind of behavior. Unaona? The other day I was very emotional about a certain conversation that we had with somebody, a friend of mine. She has a friend and she's a single mother, and alikuwa amepata jamaa. So bearing the fact that amepata jamaa, and jamaa, unajua when you have a child and your kid's connection with the person that you want to be your spouse is so strong, then hata unafurahia, because wameingiana na mtoi, si babake, but mtoi anafurahia. So we can be together, because at the end of the day, as a lady, your kids comes first. Is your first love before huo mtu mwingine akuje. So kama anapenda huyu jamaa na mtoi anampenda, then you can be a family. So the problem is that this guy was supposed to shift. This lady was supposed to shift, wakae pamoja na huyu jamaa. Huyu jamaa ako na baby mama, and place yenye huyu jamaa anakaa akitoka job ni mbali sana. So this lady proposed that, si nihame twende place fulani tukae pamoja, ndio ukitoka job ni karibu na barabara, unakaa unaona. So they kutafuta how, this guy was nowhere to be seen. Anapigiwa simu wapi nini. So the lady akaona, because alikuwa shambia landlady ni aje time fulani tatoka, landlady anamwambia ulikuwa umesema time fulani, so hakuna
the house is already booked by someone else.
Yeah. So she had to shift. Akienda kutafuta hao kwa peke yake. So akaenda katafuta hao, but she had to give this guy a piece of her mind. Kambia ni aje, you didn't do good nini, by the way tulikuwa tumeplan nini, simu ushiki upatikane, what happened. So the guy past amekuwa na shida ya sijui rejection nini, and then hajazoea kuambiwa ukweli. So the guy went mute on the lady, hapatikani, ashiki simu nini. So for like 2 months, then they came back together, they sort things out, wakaongea. So later on they had what problem, wakakosana. Huyu jamaa kama si hata tuachane. And remember the time when huyu jamaa alikuwa anakuja kuona huyu dem, alikuwa anaambianga mtu huyu usiniite uncle, niite daddy.
Are they from the same tribe?
No.
Okay.
The lady is from Mulima, the guy is from Western. Unaona?
Okay.
So venye walikosana, ndio jamaa akasema niaje, let's call it quits, kwa sababu sasa hatuwezi sikizana nini.
So was the issue about the tribe or?
Sasa ngoja usikie.
Okay.
So this friend of mine, because best yake amehatiwa na the guy, she was like, Waluya, mi Waluya zi. And yet she has a husband who is Luya. So sema hapana, me was like, ni nini mbaya, usijudge watu wote.
She didn't remember that the husband was Luya.
Yeah, sasa nilikuwa namkumbusha, anamwambia your hubby is Luya.
So clearly she's not even into the husband, because man.
And then she's like, hapana, nataka mimi azi yangu ni Mluya, Waluya zi. Kwanza leo nimeamua.
Si basi divorce bwanake.
Hata hivyo ndio mimi nilimwambia, fanya hivi, saa hii pigia abi yako, mwambie ni aje,
it's over man.
Una get? But I gave her peace of my mind and I told her, kama mtu ako na shida, it's that personal problem. It's not the whole community because everyone is different, unaona. So the issue of tribalism cut across a lot of many things, political, religious, imeingia mpaka kwa religion ile design yenyewe. Unaweza kuta pasi babako anaweza kuwa bado ni pastor, ni mzee wa church, man of the cloth, but anaweza kuforbid kuwa mtu fulani, and yet ana preach God is love.
I have a story on that.
Tuambie.
Hey! I know my family will be watching this, but you know what? Podcast in another carpet.
Kabisa.
We are talking about it. So I have an uncle, I have a relative. I will not disclose who they are, but yeah, they will watch it and they're going to know who they are, and the people from my family are going to know who they are. So my cousin fell in love with a lawyer guy. My cousin is Kikuyu Kamba. So now my uncle had forbade the relationship completely. Completely. Then do you know the chick was even sent to SA to get away from the guy?
Yeah, that's serious.
You get to SA like this, your house is furnished, my friend. You have a car outside. Your house is baka maziwa ya kesho asubuhi
Shalipiwa.
Iko kwa fridge. You have a maid and you live alone, you know, and there's a job provided for you. Chick after 3 months told everything, told the chick not to say not to housemaid, not to say like amevutwa kazi, so that the money can still continue coming. Yes, and that is how she let the maid go. And then she came and called the dude, and they met at JKIA. Then now call the dad. Yo, we are at JKIA. The dad was frantic. Came to JKIA because they're not in Nairobi, so they had to travel from, I will not say where, so they had to travel from there, and then they came to Nairobi. Yes, JKIA. Do you know alikuja akapata the daughter with the guy? Look at guy like, what the hell? How many times, man? How many times have I told you? Dude collapsed. My uncle collapsed. He was in Nairobi hospital for about three weeks.
It was that deep.
It was that bad. He had forbade it completely. Do you know when he woke up and he said, I just want to see these two people? Akamwambia, by the way, whatever you've given me, nimeona hata mtaniua. Nimewapatia blessing. But this whole time that these guys, so they got married and whatnot, of course, our family, I don't want to say our, but yes, it was our family. So my uncle paid for everything, the whole wedding, which was coming to millions. And because now he's the one who is loaded, yeah? So now, after that, the dude kept on saying, by the way, mi venye mi naona kazini yako, kuna venye. But truth be told, I know both of them had issues, but kazini yangu, wacha tu niseme, kazini yangu akona kasoro. But that's besides the point. The fact that hakuwa anataka wakwe pamoja, and now they're separated. I don't know whether the divorce has been effected, but they're separated. So whatever, I think maybe my uncle had foretold through tribe or something, but it came to pass. You know, they are now separated. I don't want to say that it's the guy or the lady that caused it, but from where I'm sitting, shida ni kazi.
Unajua?
Mimi najua. Mimi najua. But it was sort of kind of like combined because wote wawili walikuwa na makosa, but unajua kuna ile yenye nakwanga 80%. Hii ingine 20%.
Ama yours is the one that led to this.
Yes, exactly. So, but essentially I get what you're saying about tribe, and tupende tusipende kuna stereotypization. You have to stereotype, yeah? And that when you stereotype, like I've been in a relationship with a Luo man. I've lived with a Luo man. Siku ubaya. They call it tribalism, lakini siku ubaya. Whatever I saw in that relationship, I know it's him, but I am very touchy. Because also, online unasema ukitaka character development, enda kwa Luo man. Huo mtu atakupatia dust ya kitengela. You understand? And dust is constant. So when you read such things, and then now the fact that I've lived in that, and I'm like, hey, wait, I think. So, okay, well, kind of sort of I get it. I'm not saying that Luo men are bad, because there's so many Luo men that are very good, by the way. I don't know whether I have Luo men. I'm trying to think about Luo men who are my friends. Sijui, but I am so sure they are out there. You know, it's not at your community thing. Wanaitangwa wanakuja wanaambiwa we kujeni hapa. Parents, what essentially we are saying is, can we get to know the families? Let's get to understand the families that these people are coming from. Let's get to understand, this is my child and I love and support him or her, and I would want them to be in good communities. And iko kwa Kikuyu sana, because now Kikuyus don't want to even their own Kikuyus wako na issue. Do you know Nyeri Kikuyus and Murang'a Kikuyus have issues with Kiambu Kikuyus? You understand? So if there is one tribe that has an issue with, and I think we need to talk about this, because it's actually deep, and there's a reason why people have issues with Kiambu Kikuyus. There's a reason. So even with that, unasikianga umeenda kuoa Mokafete. Guy, wait, what? Mwanamke kutoka Kabete. You're in for it. So it's deeper than that. It's deeper than Kikuyus, Luo, Taita's blood. It's deeper than that. I think we just need to sit down and get to realize where all this started, and get to see, okay, fine, this is the family, let us understand. Yeah, because personally my mom is from Kiambu, and you know Kiambu was initially Kabete. My mom is from Kiambu, my dad is from Nyeri. Unfortunately it didn't work. Yeah, and I think it was cast on stone from the get-go. So was my dad should have listened or should not have listened? I don't know, you know. And I know my parents will be watching this, especially my dad, and he knows I've got so much love for him. But yeah, essentially we discussed this with my dad so many times, so he knows what is coming. But let's get to understand the families. I don't know. This is such a huge topic, but
it's
yeah,
very huge. It's
maybe
very huge.
Malaysia.
For me, I just pose, let's say, like a debate from you guys, for you guys to go and think about it. When your parents say that I don't marry a certain tribe, and then you marry that tribe and something of the sort happens, negative, does it make your parent right? Or is it a personal problem from that kind of, let's say, like, is it you or is it that person who had a problem that made you left? Or is it the tribe that person comes from?
Or is it that the things that your parents have been drumming into your mind that have come, you have manured and has germinated to make, like, wreck your relationship. Maybe that could be the case.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very deep topic that we'll continue speaking about it. We have so much more to tell you about and to discuss about this tribalism kind of thing. And from us, like, share, comment, let us discuss more. And it's only by discussing that we'll get to understand more. Thank you very much. It's from me, Douglas Masinde, and
Kene wa Kene, and PS, we are drinking Moratina. We've always been drinking Moratina.
Tribalism.
Well, I'm Kikuyu. I have to promote our drink.
I'm a drunkard. I had to drink.
He just confessed he's a drunkard. I'm not. I'm honoring my ancestors. So my ancestors, kudos. From us, under the carpet, Kene wa Kene and Douglas Masinde. See you next time.
See you next time.